Do you hear me? Okay, let's start.
Yes.
Fellow Toastmasters, dear friends, welcome to our meeting for today. And at the beginning, I want to say a few words about Toastmasters, who we are and why I'm here on the stage. I'm the president of Moscow Toastbusters Club, and I have a few committee, and all of us are volunteers. We do these meetings every 2 weeks, and we part of huge community in the world. It consists of 16,000 of clubs in different countries. So we part of something very, very big. And here, what we are doing here, we improve our skills, we improve our public speaking skills and management skills, and we are friends and we spend nice time together here. So nice to meet you. And before we start our meeting, I want to ask you to mute your phone, because it's the first time of this meeting we have prepared speeches, and all our speakers will be disturbed if you not mute your phone. So please mute your phone. And at the last part of our meeting today, we will have speeches not prepared, and all of you can try it. And I believe you will try, because it's very good experience to be on the stage, to make small, short speech. And at the last time, at the last part of our meeting will be evaluation part, and then we will have fun. So let's begin our lesson, and I want to invite to the stage. I want to invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the evening. Oh, Tatiana, welcome.
Madam President, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Tatiana and I am your Toastmaster tonight. And tonight, I am very pleased to see all of you here in contemporarily designed building in downtown Moscow on this chilly, nice summer evening. And tonight, we are going to talk about collections and collectibles. Collectibles can be tangible items, something you can hold and touch, or it can be intangible things like impressions, emotions, achievements. Psychologists think that the process of collecting is a sublimation, which is a defense mechanism which transforms socially unacceptable impulses into socially acceptable acts and behavior. So, talking about our preferences tonight, we are going to get a chance to get to know each other better and find out what kind of impulses we are hiding while we are having our collections. I had come up to the participants of our meeting tonight, prior to the meeting, with a few questions. What do you collect and why? When did you start your collection? And what do you get out of it? So my first team member is Inna Kozhina. She represents a third of the day, and she is full of inspiring ideas of what to collect, what to get out of it, how to get the most out of it. Because when she was a child, she collected stamps. Then she moved to diplomas and certificates. But her most precious collection is adventure holidays. And I am looking forward to hear the details of these adventures. And now Inna is going to share her thought of the day and preset the mood for the entire meeting. Please welcome Inna online. Inna?
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here tonight. When I'm thinking about collections, the first thing which comes to my mind, it's an image of a large butterfly collection, And usually those collections belong to professionals, and they are properly organized. Each item sits on its own place, and there are small labels under each item where there is a name and probably some information how and when this item appeared in the collection. And it helps the owner to keep track of those items, of the collection in general. So that's my point for today: how to keep track of your collections. As it was mentioned, my collection consists of intangible items. And how do I keep track? I will. So my collection consists of different travel memories, and I don't write anything to keep records. I will give you an example. When I was a child at school, we went together with my class for a week to the United Kingdom. And we lived in families for a week, and there were a lot of new things around us, especially tastes and smells. And there I met a new taste of powder, machine powder. It was not pleasant, it was normal, but it was new. And right now, when I feel this smell, I immediately recall this trip. So what are your labeling systems for your items and for your collections? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ina. I think now we are in the mood of collections, collecting and collectibles. Our timer, George Perelman, has a huge collection of, guess what? Beer glasses. His collection is so big that he uses a country house to keep it. This hobby requires good organizational skills and indicates George as a very consistent person. So I think having him as a timekeeper, we are safe. Please welcome George online. George, the stage is yours. I swear I saw George. Okay.
So today I will be a timer for a while, for just time when our timer will come. So I will show you a few signs. Green one when you have done a good job and minimum time you used. I will show you yellow one when you will almost finished your speech, and I will show you red one when your speech is over. So look at me, I will sit there. For online speakers, I will show it on camera. So, and at the end, our timer, George, will make small short report about all time. Thank you.
Thank you, Alina, for replacing George, giving him a hand. You guys will never imagine what can be collectible until I introduce you our accounter, Yegor Ryabtsov. His collection consists of useful ideas and written notes. His collection is almost 5 years old. And since then, he developed his hobby into a rewarding habit. He makes 10 everyday written goals, and it works. And now he collects his achievements. Yegor, the stage is yours. Please introduce your role.
Good evening. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds including a, and er. I will listen. I will also listen I will also note when each speaker use a word or phrase such as I, this means, and at the end of the meeting, I will report the number, the times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. It's my first speech here, like a counter. Thank you.
Thank you, Igor. Now it's time to introduce our grammarian and word master, Maria Turnaeva. Marie's collection is as easy as a perfect dream. She collects trips. Maintaining this collection, she receives emotions, new friends, and new knowledges. Please welcome Maria. Can you make it?
Yeah. Hello to everyone. So I'm your colleague. I'm from a French-speaking club, but my first foreign language is English, so that's why I'm among you tonight. My task for today is to present you the word of the day, and here it is. So I need to write it. The word is reminiscence. Do you know this word? Yeah, I'll explain. 1 second. Don't count the time, please. Yes. So this is like synonym of memories. And is my phone there? Can you give it to me? So I prepared some examples to you of the use of this noun. So for example, you can say, for the moment, this reminiscence seemed to overcome her suspicions, or he lapsed into the silence of reminiscence. And so you are open to use this word all around our meeting. And about grammar, so my task is to search for your mistakes and probably correct them at the end of our meeting. Also, probably you use some curious phrases, and at the end of our meeting, again, I will repeat them. And also, yes, I've already said, I will follow the use of the word. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. That is very sophisticated word to use. Use your chance, guys. Expand your vocabulary. Thank you, Maria. Now I would like to introduce a fairly new role in our club, a quiz master. This is one of the most exciting roles. I kind of envy Polina Chelnakova. And Polina collects fridge magnets. They remind her about memorable places she had been to. And as soon as if she loses one magnet, I think it's a good reason to go to that place back and get a new one. That is a very tricky strategy behind your hobby, Polina. Please introduce yourself. Please welcome Polina.
Hello, everybody. My name is Polina. So today, this is my second role here. I'm very glad to see you all today, very glad to see our online guests today. And so today I'm going to be a quiz master. Now I will tell you everything about my role and responsibilities. I will prepare for you several tricky questions about each performance. we will hear today. And you guys, please be very, very attentive and try to recognize all the interesting facts about each speech, because at the end of our today's meeting, I will ask you these questions. And by the way, I've bought for you little sweet presents, and I will give these presents for the most attentive members. So thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Paulina. I like sweets. I'm going to have them all. So now it's time to proceed to the main part of our meeting, prepared speeches. And our first speaker is going to present his first speech in the club. It's an icebreaker. Ilya Baksalyar, fragment of my life. Fragment of my life. Ilya Baksalyar. Please welcome Ilya.
Greetings, dear friends, dear Toastmasters, dear guests. I'm happy to meet you here. It's a pleasure to speak to you and tell something about my life. Sometimes our life is like more an exciting and interesting book, consisting of amazement moments that create our concept of happiness. And today I want to tell some small fragment of my life that vividly remained in my reminiscences. Probably each of us is looking for its own way in this life, and I'm no exception. I always wanted to try to touch some secrets, some mysteries, those things that are inaccessible to most people. So the fate threw me into Tibet, the land of secrets and magic, the land of mysterious Shambhala. Tibet is a large mountainous country, and I wanted to get acquainted with real Tibetan lamas and touch their secrets. I spent there more than a month and visited a lot of monasteries. But everywhere I was disappointed. Monks turned out to be ordinary people, and it was very frustrated, and it was no any secret there. So I was really exhausted and disappointed and wanted to go back home. But at the last moment, in one of the monasteries, a monk advised me to visit the most remote place in the planet, the closed kingdom of law. And I started my way immediately. How did I get there? It's hard to describe. There are no roads, no electricity, no civilization, no ubiquitous tourists. I remember how I had been traveling all day along narrow path, not really knowing where to go. And by the end, I was lost. I was really scared. To stay in the mountains at night where there is nothing, no single grass on the ground, it's not the best prospect. So I started looking around. I saw something shiny above in the rays of the sunset, and I went there. Then I started climbing, and when I was at the top of the mountain, an ancient monastery rose up in front of me. I entered there. There was nobody. I greeted loudly. Nobody answered. So I sat in front of big golden statue of Buddha and started to look at the deity, waiting for his hint. Out of the corner of my eyes, I saw another figure nearby. It was about the size of the person, and it was sitting in the lotus position. A half an hour later, I felt someone's eyes on me. I started looking around. Maybe Buddha himself is looking at me. But then I noticed that the eyes of the small figure blinked. I recoiled. It wasn't a figure or a statue, but a living monk. He had been sitting and meditating there all this time. So I was acquainted to a mysterious man who had changed my life dramatically. He started talking to me. He spoke to me in his own language. I spoke to him in Russian language, but nevertheless, we could understand each other perfectly. There was an incredible warmth from the monk, which I had missed so much before. He sat down closer to me, put his hand on my hand, and at that moment, the warmth flooded my whole body. And through milky veil, I plunged into my childhood. I saw myself a little boy, and those unpleasant moments and situations that brought me deep psychological traumas and fears. And it was a real wonder to see my own problems with my own eyes. It was a real miracle. What happened next? It's hard to convey. I remember the journey with the monk through Himalayas to distant lands where I could see the amazing beauty of pristine nature. I had to overcome fears, hunger and pain and other trials in order to visit these distant lands. But it was all like in a dream or in the old silent movie. It was in the past. I returned home a different person with clear knowledge of myself. I knew what is truly mine, and I know exactly what to do. So the book called Life would be filled with exciting and meaning content. So thank you for your attention, dear friends, and for your precious time. Finally, I wish everyone the best. And more importantly, be sure to find your own way to your inner storeroom of your own Shambhala. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ilya. That was a very touching story. You almost made me cry. Thank you so much. And now it's time to proceed to our second speaker, Lyudmila Diba, with her speech, Importance and Potential of Business Communities. Importance and Potential of Business Communities. Please welcome Lyudmila. Кликер есть? Нет?
Hello, everyone. Today is my second speech. And I would like to tell about importance and potential of business communities. Сюда. That is the question. If you are a part of any community, any club, please raise your hand. Okay. Professor of Biology and Mathematics, Martin Nowak, the head of the group of evolutionary dynamics at Harvard University, showed the strongest are not those who faster, smarter, taller than others, but those who know better than others how to unite, to cooperate, to form groups around common goals. Also, moreover, Nicholas Christakis, professor, showed at his works that people around us, they determine our state of health. That's why it is so important to be part of any business community or any community or club in the whole. This connection is so strong, and this connection is part of evolution. Most people consider that evolution is a struggle. But in this struggle, the one who knows how to cooperate wins. It is important to surround yourself with like-minded people, with the same value system. It is important for me to surround myself such people with whom I can unite for self-improvement, personal growth, and business development. Do you have such a goal as to find a group of like-minded people or to be part of business community? The quick question is how to find right business community. How to choose a right business community? First, you have to pay attention at the transparency of any community. Transparency means payment structure. The second means club members. Club members, what kind of members are in club? For example, the club can include only owners, only top management, or people by their industry. You can find only CFO clubs, only CEO clubs, or it can be mixed clubs with common goal. The third, you have to ask about algorithm of clubs. Are their programs registered? Are their programs registered as intellectual property, especially? The fourth, community values. You have to share your energy, your information, your ideas, your thoughts with people with common values. It is very important. For example, honesty, time efficiency, such kind of values as support or sustaining business. Local, club, or international, it depends on your business. Next, openness of the club. It means that you need to ask about membership of the club. Do they have special trained people as directors, or do they have such kind of structure as members will bring members. Seventh, efficiency of time. Ask yourself how many time you are ready to devote to this business community. Eighth, quantity and quality. As for quantity, quantity not often means bad. In clubs where you can find people of different professions, of different fields, people with different knowledge. But I would like to concentrate on quality clubs. Here you can find more ideas, and it is productive and efficient as it is possible. In clubs, these communities have their own structure, their own program, exclusivity of niche. There you can find like-minded people who can be your advisory board. For example, why it is important to concentrate on quality? Because like-minded people, members of this club, can bring values for you. They can motivate, they can inspire, they can help you as consultancy board. They can exchange ideas, exchange opinions, knowledge. Like-minded people can help, you can get rid of bad habits and introduce new skills. In a business club, you can bring your new leads, you can get qualified referrals, you can find new experience, you can make brand development and your personal brand. In the end, I would like to tell you, do not forget that you are the average of the 5 people we meet constantly. So be sure that you are in the right environment, in health environment. I am National Director of Business Community Mindset Owners Club, exclusively for business owners and investors and shareholders with experience more than 5 years. If you have any questions about how to find a good club, how to bring value and to get value, ask me after. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ludmila. That was very educative. And now we are ready to listen to our third speaker online. Colm Whelan is going to present his speech with a very intriguing title, Jump on Board, Fledgling Accountant. Jump on Board, Fledgling Accountant. Colm Whelan, please. Colm Whelan?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Mike, just give it one more second. Mike is going to change a slide. You have an extra time to get ready. Oh, here you are.
Can you hear me okay?
On the stage is yours.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, excellent, very good. Good evening to all Toastmasters and guests. When did I start my professional accounting career? If I dig into my reminiscences, it's a very difficult word array. It was March the 15th, the Ides of March, 1993. Julius Caesar was murdered on the Ides of March in 44 BC. So about 2,000 years later, I started my job, my first job in an investment bank. The previous autumn, I had left Trinity College Dublin with my business degree tucked under my arm, set free into the big business world. The Irish economy was going through some problems at the time, and jobs were quite hard to come by. Ireland had not yet boomed as the Celtic Tiger, as it was called, due to its the highest growth rate in Europe in the 1990s and later 2000s. But he who dares wins. I forged onwards, looking for my first professional job. Early in 1993, I got invited for an interview with Ulster Investment Bank, part of the Royal Bank of Scotland group. I was interviewed by a guy called Vincent, who was the finance manager of our whole division. They were looking for a special purposes company accountant to do management accounts, statutory accounts, and taxation reports for special purpose investment companies. Companies resident in Ireland with a very low and favourable 10% taxation rate. I was to assist two managers, Catherine and Paul. Catherine will be my main mentor. So, did she exhibit the necessary qualities and characteristics of a mentor, you may ask? Let's find out. What should a mentor do? A mentor should be a teacher. They should give you all the technical skills you need for your new job. A mentor should be a role model, somebody you look up to and aspire to be. A mentor should be a sponsor. They should promote you in your new role in the company. A mentor should be an agent. They should open doors for you to get where you need to get to in your career. They should advise you. They should be a confidant to you if you have some troubles in your professional life. They will take you under your wing and give you professional counseling. So, did Catherine meet these characteristics? I believe she did. She was a true professional and a fantastic mentor. She showed me the reams of documents that I need to print each morning to put into the accounting system. She explained to me how to use the green and white forms, the debits and credits, to populate the accounting system. She explained all the count codes I needed to know to go to put entries into the accounting system. And she introduced me to everybody so that I knew who exactly was responsible and for which role. She did a fantastic job. I was very lucky to have her. Her teammates, Paul and myself, formed a formidable team. Nobody could stop us. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get a chance to have a mentor, grab it. Grab the bull by the horns and take the opportunity. It will put your life onto a new level. I was so lucky to have Catherine as my mentor, and she became like my adopted mother. But I have one small request of you, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever meet my real mother in Dublin, rambling the streets, the small streets of Dublin, please do not tell her about my adopted mother, Catherine, or I might have a problem or two. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob. I always admire your speeches. You make so much fun, so much adventurous aspects out of ordinary things. That's very, very exciting. Thank you very much. And now we are proceeding to table topic session. Break. Okay, we are. Let's have a break, guys. Don't forget to pay 100 rubles. You can do it Okay. Our ex-president reminds me that it's not a payment, it's donation. If it makes you feel better, do it this way. And you can do it actually by cash, putting this money into a tip jar over there for those who present online, offline, or you can do it, you can do online transfer to 3 banks. It's Tinkoff, Sberbank, and the third one, I believe, right, Pfizer. Anyway, they are
Alpha Bank, Alpha Bank, Alpha.
on agenda. So please don't hesitate and donate 100 rubles, and we'll see you in 5 to 10 minutes. Am I correct, Anna? Yes. Okay, see you guys in 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes break. Okay, 10 minutes break.
Welcome back, Miles.
Hi there, it's great to be back. Wow, you really have improved the sound quality. So
Excellent.
congratulations on that.
Excellent. Yes, we did our best.
Oh, super. Yeah, I
Yes.
appreciate that.
No problem.
And I had to step away. We have some guests visiting and I just had to say goodbye to them. And so
No
I
problem.
missed a big part of your speech, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't worry. we can
But
send
it's
you we can send you the recording later if you want to catch up on any part
Oh,
of the meeting.
Sure, okay. Yeah, I've caught some of them on YouTube where they're
Yes,
posted.
they're all there. Yeah.
The club is really paying attention to detail, and I'm very impressed with
Okay.
the level of organization
Super.
that I'm seeing.
Super. You're a member, yes, of a club where you are?
I'm presently not a member. I've been in and out of Toastmasters over the decades. So I'm a long time Toastmaster. It's just I dropped, paused my membership just to focus on some other things that I wanted to get going, a project that I'm working on. So,
Sure.
and but I've got a soft heart in my, or a soft spot in my heart for Russia. I don't know if I had a chance to say this, but I was in Moscow and Leningrad in 1976.
Wow, super. Super.
Yeah. So
yeah, you have to come and visit us then. We can give you a role, or online if you like.
well, this is, yeah, I would very much look forward to doing that and learning more about Russia today and making friends. It's an amazing world we're living in right now, that we can communicate with people all over the world like this.
Yeah, and it's like you're sitting across from me. You're thousands of kilometers away.
Yeah, it's we can't really, you can't discern necessarily who's speaking from where. You know,
Super, super.
yeah.
Miles,
So it's just
Miles,
on
would
pause
you
right
be-
now.
Miles,
Yes.
would you be eligible for table topics?
Today? Sure.
Yes.
I would be pleased. And the theme is reminiscence, so I'll do so.
They go hand
I
in
probably
hand.
speak to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't, is Mike, I'm just straining a bit to see your mic.
Thorn, Thorn.
Thorn. And where are you calling in from?
North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. There you go. All over the world here. And the other gentleman, I've got glasses here somewhere if I can find them, but and the other gentleman is from Kazakhstan. Is that correct?
Yes, Igor, yes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm from
Hello,
Kazakhstan.
Igor.
Hello.
Were those two icebreakers before you, Colm?
The first one.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great icebreaker.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, very sentimental.
I want to know more about the poster behind Igor's head.
These are posters from journal Igromania in Russian. Igromania.
I'm in love.
Gambling journals.
Gaming journals. Yeah. Are you a gamer, Mike?
I'm in love with the poster.
Super.
Mike, how long have you been in Toastmasters?
I want to say forever, but it's more like 12 years, I believe.
And are you a guest in this club, or are you a member of this club?
I'm a stalker.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Miles and Mike are going to be new members soon, correct?
Well, I'd very much be interested to explore that. I'm just not familiar with, I suppose Toastmasters has to change with the times, and that is it possible to be a member of a club if you're only there online? I don't know what Toastmasters has ruled on that, but.
We can break the rules for you, Miles.
Okay.
I'm sure there's no rule for that. No, that doesn't seem to make sense to me.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how things have changed. I know my club, the previous club I was with, they were online, and I would drop in as a guest, even though they're just down the highway a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great way to travel these days.
It is, yeah. There's another group that I'm part of, and they're into Carl Jung, the work of Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're from all over mostly the United States, but also one young lady's from Brazil.
Super.
So yeah, we can travel so cheaply now.
Yes.
For free.
Exotically, yes. It's good.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the current membership of Toastbusters?
How many members do we have?
Yeah, members.
23.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think if any club is 20 or over, you're doing very well, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our minimum standard is 20, correct? Yeah.
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 But there are a lot of clubs that really struggle even to maintain or get to 20 and hold it.
Yeah.
I've found.
Yeah, I'm only in Toastmasters since last September, and I think the pandemic hit club, rates quite hard, unfortunately.
Now you're not too far out of Moscow, so do you on occasion travel in to be in person?
Yeah, I normally would. At the moment, I'm after getting vaccinated, so I'm keeping safe for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm playing.
How's vaccination going in Russia? What's the percentage?
It's picked up over the last month or so. About maybe 20 at the moment, maximum. Yeah, quite slow pickup, but it's accelerating now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I know some people don't believe in vaccination, so I guess if I say good, some people might say, well, no, that's not good. I don't know.
Yes,
Still,
it's a political choice. Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a session of improvised speeches, which is going to be held by Mike. Are you here, Mike?
Yes, I am.
Mike, okay, Mike Torrance is here. He's online. He's greeting us from North Carolina. Is it right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay. And Mike used to collect baseball cards. I don't know much about these collectibles, but I know that people make money on this. Then he collected stamps. That also can be a good investment sometime. But all these collections led him to a desire to travel, which has led Mike to many countries via forced assignments and cruises. And this is a real treasure. Please welcome Mike. Mike, we are waiting for exciting questions, intelligent and challenging. The stage is yours. Please, Mike.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Don't put any pressure on me. I don't need any more pressure than I have already. Well, first, it's important to identify exactly what we're discussing. A collectible is any object regarded as being of value of interest to the collector. May not be to society, but to the collector. For example, behind Miles' head, I see pictures of aircraft and dogs. That would be part of his collection. And there are numerous types of collectibles in terms to denote them. For example, an antique is a collectible that's old, like me. I guess I'm a collectible. Or a collection can have vastly different meanings. On one end, it can be thought of as being what's being collected by the individual for its perceived value. Or it can be a monetary recovery of funds owed from some prior activity. In America, collections are not happy times. Probably means you made an error in your life and now you're going to have to pay for it. So with that as a preamble, I believe everybody in the meeting has a role, so I can pretty much gather, I can pick on any, not pick on, select anybody to answer a question. And the first question is, what have you collected during your life? What have you collected during your life? And would you consider it a valuable collection? What have you collected during your life? And would you consider it a valuable collection? Miles.
Thank you, Table Topics Master Mike. My name is Miles Flegg, and I'm speaking to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And my collection, one of them is of photographs that I've taken over the years, and they're in albums. Some of them are on various computers, and it's a collection that really needs some attention. In addition to photographs, I do have a collection within them, in those albums, of postcards. And in fact, just this past weekend, I went down to a national park that is south of me. It's called Waterton Lakes National Park. And in fact, it's actually more also known as Waterton Lakes International Peace Park. And the curious thing about this postcard is in the foreground, you are looking at Canada, but those mountains in the distance are in Montana in the United States. And I've been reflecting or contemplating this postcard at how it holds a lot of meaning to me, and it's very valuable because I realize that this is a perspective of the United States that many people might not very many people necessarily see. And in addition, we went on a 20-kilometer day hike, and this hike is also along the border. And we had many wonderful views across the border into Montana and some beautiful lakes. And it occurs to me that we need to look at each other's nations as much as possible for the beauty of that nation, and that we all be disciples of those nations. We can be disciples of each other, and each nation and each individual has something to teach, which is the beauty of Toastmasters. So those photographs are very much make me think about things, contemplate and reminisce of past times, such as the fact that my grandfather lived many years at Waterton and actually operated a tourist boat at one point on that lake. So that is part of my collection and why it's valuable. Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Miles. And by the way, as a mistake on my part, can a timer tell us about the criteria for table topics? Who might the timer be?
It's 1 minute green card, 1.5 yellow, and 2 minutes red card.
Thank you. And are you George?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, George.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you. So my second question. This is an easy question. What do you wish you had collected during your life? What do you wish you had collected throughout your entire life? And the person sitting behind our Toastmaster wearing a white suit. Yes, her. Her.
Yes.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Do I get a second choice?
Are there any volunteers? Mike, please repeat the question.
What do you wish that you had collected during your life?
Okay, my name is Daniel. I'm for the first time here. So you asked what I wish to have collected through my life. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. I think I have collected a lot of things and a lot of memories. However, I wish that I've collected more photos of my life, because once I've had a phone full of photos. There was almost 3,000 or more photos. However, I don't know how, but I've deleted all the photos, and 3 years of my very interesting life was fallen into trash. So I wish that I have collected all that photos, and because of that, I think that the best thing I could do and can do next time is to collect them in real world, to collect them in printed copies, to store them in albums as my parents done it, my grandparents done it. And I think it is the best way to collect memories. And I think we should think about it and try to collect them in real life. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniil.
And for my third opportunity to excel, is the person to your immediate right, Toastmaster, is he willing to speak? That person, looking down at his lap, wearing purple pants.
You? I think it's you. Bingo.
And the question is, how do you distinguish between a collectible and junk? How do you distinguish between a collectible and junk?
Can I distinguish between collectibles and junk? Throughout my life, there were not so many things I have ever collected. I can remember that when I was a teenager, I tried to impress everyone, and especially girls, by collecting as many rap music as possible. And believe me, there is no genre of music with so much junk as rap music, especially if we talk about Russian underground and USA underground. I'm proud to say that I could distinguish some really good stuff from really atrocious one. And it was easy. When my future wife heard rap music, if it was nice for her ears, it was completely junk. And if she said it is so boring, it's so monotonous and completely offensive, this is the golden era of hip hop. Thank you very much.
Okay, for my fourth question, and I'm looking at the entire room.
Mike.
Right?
We have a
sorry, go ahead.
volunteer already. Please ask your next question.
I'm about to. Everybody has collected something in their life at some time. What is the most valuable item that you've ever collected? Him.
Hi, Mike, dear Toast Master Club members and dear newcomers, dear guests. Mike, thank you very much for this very nice and meaningful table topic session. And answering your question, I think the most notable collection that I actually had several collections before I was 14, I believe. And my first collection started when I was 8 years old. And that first collection was related to bubble gum, actually. Some of you may remember, some of you that are older, not younger ones, you may remember those flood of bubble gums that came into the country after the Soviet Union collapsed. And you may remember these bubble gums in a very nice, they had stickers actually inside, what we called it in Russian vkladыши. And I remember when I was 8 years old, I had a collection of these stickers, and they actually were of value of money. And some teenagers had like hundreds of them with Donald Duck cartoons, with nice cars, sport vehicles on them. And people having these bunches of these stickers, they were like millionaires in our childhoods. And I remember once I had lost my wallet, and the wallet was full of these Donald Duck stickers. There were like 50 of them, I believe. And there were also some 25 rubles probably inside. So I came to my school crying, and the teacher asked what happened, and I said that I lost my wallet. And she asked how much money was there. I said, no need to care about money. There was 50 stickers inside. So that is it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have time for one more?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I will seek a volunteer first. Anybody want to volunteer?
You can pick from the room or maybe online.
Okay, over your right shoulder, there's a woman looking down at her lap. She has long hair, is wearing a jacket. Your right shoulder. Her. Her, yes. Wearing a jacket.
Okay, we have a volunteer.
But that's not who I had in mind, but it worked just as well. Are you worthy of being a collectible?
Can you say
Are
again?
you worthy of being a collectible?
I didn't get it. I'm ready to be a collector. That's a very good question. I think I never collected anything in my life. I think I need to think 30 seconds. I have 30 seconds, right? Okay. Those are very useful. Can I move a bit? Okay. Where did I go? Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to collect stickers. Yeah, now let's go back to the stickers for the football players. And I remember that it was such a fun because, you know, they were always the same. You could buy them and you get always the same stickers. And basically there were a few that were, and you couldn't find them anywhere. And, you know, you were after school, you were basically, you know, trying to meet with friends to see what they, you know, they went to the shop and to see what they got and to, you know, to exchange and to, we were actually playing stupid games because, you know, like you were putting the stickers on the top and basically you were hitting with your hand. If they turn upside down, they were, you know, you were winning them. So this was it's what I was collecting with my friends. I still remember, you know, the pages. It was, now you can deduct my age, 86, 87 or something like that. So yeah, actually, this was a good question because you made me remember good times. And one of the few things I collect in my life. So I still have time. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Mario. Do we still have time?
We have time for one more.
I think there is no time anymore. Thank you very much for a great session, Mike. You made us remember our best times. Thank you. And now it's time to proceed to the most challenging. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. It's time to vote for the best table topic speaker. Let me remind you our speakers: Miles Flagg, Daniil. Yes. Okay, you can scan QR code on the agenda and vote. And people online are getting a link where they can go and vote. You will get the link soon. Anna is sending it to you right now. We have 1 minute to vote. Okay. The minute is over. The minute of vote is over. So it's time to proceed to the most challenging part of the meeting, evaluation. And now we would like to invite here Alexandra Serebrova, our general evaluator. Please welcome Alexandra.
Hello, thank you. Hello, and please let me tell you that first of all, I'm thoroughly enjoying this experience. I was rather tired today, but now I'm just swimming in the waves of positivity, and I feel you're all embracing something good from each other. And so on the same note, please let me remind you that the part we are starting right now, the feedback, is going to be very positive, very gentle, but also effective. Because I would like to explain, if you don't know, that this very strict word, evaluators, and I'm also an evaluator, imagine, this means that the people who are going to make their assessments of the speeches are not judges, you know, like during Olympic Games. They are more of advisors and even assistants for your own future improvement. So let us begin with the assessment of the first speech, A Fragment of My Life. You all remember it. And Mr. Daniil Filonov in purple jeans is going to make it. So, please be kind.
Hi again. You already know what I collected 15 years ago. And if you wonder what I collect now, I collect icebreaker evaluations. And please trust me, this was one of the most confident icebreaker I can reminiscent. First of all, Ilya used some colorful language throughout his speech, but nevertheless, his speech was very smooth. He was so relaxed that he immediately used very long word of the day, which has 2 points of два ударения, like we say in Russians. Yep. And even when we, the audience, tried our best to disrupt him, he never paused. Second, his eye contact was confident and all around. He always looked at us and not at the floor. And third, instead of usual way to make an icebreaker and just to say some facts like where are you from, if I'm married or not, Ilya decided to make a story using some storytelling techniques. Throughout his speech, every person and event was meaningful and the tension was increasing. He used some words like but to increase our attention when he needed to. I never, okay. Let's talk about room for improvement. I never suggest to improve vocal variety after the icebreaker, but I think Ilya is quite advanced speaker. So for the first time, I can improve vocal variety because it would be a major leap and confidence would understand Ilya much better if he at least used different speed and volume. For example, when the monk put his shoulders, when the monk put his hands on his shoulders, we would like to know how Ilya felt. Yes? Maybe he was scared. Maybe he was delighted. And all these feelings, they require different speed and different volume. And then he put hands on my shoulders. And he put his hands on my shoulders. So it would be a very different situations, I think. And one small advice in the end. Every time we understand that the end of the speech is close, and you say words like, dear ladies and gentlemen, we automatically stop to listen. And I think that the conclusion of your speech, Ilya, it was a little bit lost because of this. Nevertheless, it was amazing speech. I see you take every role very seriously and with creativity. Looking for your next speeches. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Daniel. And I'm not so experienced to even assess your amazing evaluation. So thank you very much for that. Dear friends, let's say, I am actually allowed to comment something on our speakers tonight, but on the positive note, of course. And please just let me confess that I totally admired Ludmila's speech. You know, she herself is perfect. That goes without saying, gentlemen. But the content of her speech was so valuable and it's so much related to all Toastmaster global community in the world that I even made some notes and I would like to repeat them, to quote them, if you don't mind. Just 1 second. Imagine that people that surround us and we surround each other right now, this very moment, they literally determine our state of health So we are helping each other to be healthy here in this very club. And also the amazing thought is that the strongest are actually those who can form like-minded communities of like-minded people. The executive committee, please mind that you are the strongest by this definition. And the strongest people of this world combine the best qualities of your so-called colleagues to create a synergy effect. So I am determined to confirm that Toastmaster community of the world does definitely the same, what was described in Ludmila's speech. And please let the amazing Toastmaster member Ruslan Kior to evaluate Ludmila's speech right now.
Yes, I can't help but agree what you just said about Ludmila's appearance, about the interesting topic she told us today, and Ludmila's posture, appearance, and comfort on the scene. And those hints that you provided us with, like being up with healthy people, be surrounded by like-minded people, those are good hints and very logical ones, especially about that people around you should be healthy in terms of COVID pandemic. That's especially of high importance. Speaking of like-minded, I would say that I'm for diversity and I would prefer diverse people around me, but still those are things you excelled at. At the same time, I would like to mention some things that you might want to work on. So first, these little technical hurdles with the clicker, how to click your slides. Then you actually, being here, you blocked the screen for me, for example. So I think if you present something on the screen, so you could share the space and let people see what's on the screen itself. Speaking of the presentation, I think the presentation was good in bright colors and with some scientists of authority, I think, their opinions should be respected, I believe. But still, the thing I would change for myself, and I recommend to change it for you, most of the text that you were telling us, it was on the slides, so we could actually read it ourselves. So next time, I would recommend you to have some theses, short sentences maybe on the slides, and the most of the speech just in your head, or maybe just write down on a piece of paper before you. The structure of your speech, that is something you might want to work on also, because for myself, I only saw the structure for those 8 points on one of the slides. And if at the beginning you could say that the purpose of my speech is so-and-so, and I will tell you about that and that, that would be much easier to follow. And then by the end, you said that you are the president of one of the clubs, right? Okay, okay. Director, no? Okay. And what was that then? Okay. Oh, I beg your pardon then. Okay, I just comprehended it like you were the president or the director of one of the clubs. Anyways, to challenge yourself for the next time, I think you might want to work further to develop more logical structure of your speech, work on your vocal variety and the contact with your audience, and engagement of the audience. But still, you have everything a perfect Toastmasters should have. You have a good appearance, you are comfortable on the stage, and the topic you were speaking about was good. So come again with your next speech. Thank you.
You see, so as I said, it was a positive feedback, but with very constructive pieces of advice. Yeah, Danilo even writing them down right now, as I can see. So the same, we share energy, information, ideas here, but we also support each other. And well, feedback is valuable because who else would listen to you intensely, you know, care about your improvement and development, and give you a valuable piece of advice, you know, for free. So it's really a consultancy services, yeah, to also help you get rid of bad habits and develop new skills, as it was mentioned in Ludmila's speech. And now, let us continue with evaluations and invite a very important person in this club, Anna Rubinina, to evaluate an amazing speech by Colin Whelan about accountancy. I personally, while she is approaching, I really like the finale of your speech when you actually reached out to us. It was really the culmination of your speech. Thank you very much, Anna. Please.
Hello, Colm. I think you can see me there. Hello, dear Toastmasters. Colm, thank you very much for your speech. You know, that's the speech of the third level of Toastmasters pathway. And Colm is really an experienced speaker. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's difficult to, now I can see you, and that's why, as Colm is an experienced speaker, I think he won't he would take my feedback with an open heart. To tell the truth, I think it was quite today, it was quite difficult for me, probably for other people, to understand, to get the accent. Am I right? No? So that's why my feedback might not be very good, because I didn't get the whole of the speech. So Colm, you were not you spoke not fast, but still I cannot say now what should we do with that. But keep in mind that some of the people might not understand you properly. That was the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing, and that's gonna be the praise. You fulfilled the objectives of the speech. That was to give the reminiscence of your and experience of being a mentee in your life. And you told us the story. And so the objectives were fulfilled. And you also excelled at being very assertive with your gestures, with your voice. You were confident and assertive and very clear in your presentation, though not in your speech. I mean, that's about the accent. then I want to say about the structure of your speech. And that is the point where you can get better. The beginning, I think, was a little bit too long. So it looks like you are going to tell another story. So it was longer than it should be. Then you gave a list of the qualities of a good mentor. There were 7 qualities. And also, I think that was too much. Probably you should use just 3 of them. And, okay, oh, I'm sorry. 3 of these points, and then illustrate them with a story. And then, so we could, do you remember all the qualities of a good member? Huh? Who remembers the qualities Colm told us about? Okay, probably because there were 7 of them, not just 3. I remember being a teacher, and that's probably all that I remember. So I think it's good to give 3 points and then repeat it in your conclusion or also in your middle of the story. And as for conclusion, that was very good that you encourage us to find mentors in our life, and you explained it very well. But then at the end, there was a very good joke that raise your hand who understood the joke. No. Huh? Yes, probably because of the sound. The joke was, don't tell my mom, my real mom, about my second mom, who was the mentor. Yes, that was a very lovely joke. I think if you put it in the body of your story, that would be better, because so people just heard don't. And what they understood was the word don't, and it was the last sentence that should be, that the people remember, and that diminished all your previous speech. You see what happens? Okay, guys, I'm sorry for this long, very, very long speech. So, Colm, I want to thank you for being consistent to stick to the objectives, giving us the very interesting story. I think that probably you want to say so many things and you want to put them in one story. I think this speech could be divided into 3 stories. So we're looking forward for your future projects and listen to the stories again and work on the structure. And we are very happy to listen to your jokes, right? Always. So don't stop making jokes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your commitment and for your attention. Really, Anna was trying to do the best to help you to become a distinguished Toastmaster member, definitely, if you're not yet. Okay, so can I tell you a joke? You know, when I was sitting over there, looking at this stage, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be so clever, and I will point out one thing to the wonderful organizers over here. They always keep this white piece of paper here on the floor, and it is distracting the members. Only then, after 1 hour, I realized it's actually a sign where you should stand to look okay in front of the camera. You see, so many minor details are observed here to make this meeting perfect. as it is now, yeah, almost. And now let's continue with evaluations of our experts, because we have specially designated people who are going to have special roles. You know, sometimes it's very difficult to evaluate everything. So we should divide our efforts. So a very important obligation was for Mr. Igor Ryabtsev, who is online now. So, for example, I'm making my 10th speech at Toastmasters, I think, and I make so many distracting words, phrases, and sounds. I don't know, next time I'm going to ask the next counter to kick me or to throw something at me each and every time I make an unnecessary pause or repetition. So thank you to Igor Ryabtsev for giving his report about them.
Hello, dear Toastmasters. I think all of three stories very valuable. But as for Ilya's story, I heard one one some repeats, and some pause fillers. I think his speech is very clear. As for Ludmila used 6a for to air, and some repeats and other few sounds. As for calm speech, I think the best speech is clear speech. I heard only some few sounds. That's it for
Thank you very much, Igor.
my notes.
Thank you for your effort. Yeah, please don't be shy. It's okay. Yeah. You're doing great. We have another expert role. Oh, grammar is important. It helps us to structure our speech in general, because language laws are not to be broken. And if we break them sometimes, it makes our speech just a little bit dirty. So to clear our speeches, we call dear Maria Turnaeva on the stage. Please welcome. Yeah. Oh, she has a notebook.
Yeah, big list of your mistakes, but it's not true. So actually, your speeches were so fascinating that I didn't succeed in pointing all your mistakes. But anyway, I have some. So, and also I would like to thank all the evaluators, general evaluator and personal evaluators in particular, to remind me about some quotes from speakers, because I didn't wrote them. So coming to your mistakes, I would say at the end of something of the conference, for example, but in the end, and then so nothing as a noun. Also, a few signs. If you add an article, this is like some quantity of something. Without article, it's like not enough. Also, get from something, it's better than out of something. About the accent, memorable, not the second one. He, she, it, so S at the end of the verb, for sure. Also, you miss sometimes the and a, n at the end of nouns. Also, on the planet, not in. When we are speaking about the mountain ranges, the Himalayas, so with article, with an article. So about grass, no single grass, it's not correct. So you'd rather say no single blade of grass. also suggest doing something or suggest somebody do something. About phonetics, I guess I have the right to say about director, so I. Also health community, I don't think this exists. I would say healthy community. And also, so check rules. So your home task is to check your rules between, make difference between past simple and past perfect, please, and present perfect as well. And so about word of the day, I would like to thank Ilya Baksalar. So for an icebreaker, it was wonderful that you used our word of the day. Also Daniil Filonov and Anna Rubinina, I guess, probably someone else used it, but I didn't note, sorry. And also, I guess I will keep this meeting as a reminiscence in my mind. So thank you everyone for this evening.
You will remember your evaluation, dear Maria. Thank you so much. By the way, you've got A grades from your Oxford and Cambridge exams already, and from Harvard too. Yep, we just got the news. So, should we continue? Okay, so time is money, and time waits for no one. But we are waiting for our timer, Mr. George Perelman today. Looks very important. So please.
Thank you. I will count my time also. I collected all times today, and I was not timer, I was collector. So thank you for Alina to be my partner in this collection. So we collected times together. And Alina collected 7 times, and I collected 11 times. So I was better. And as for top of times, I have highest time. It's 7 minutes instead of 3 that was given to Anna. She's a winner of time today. 7 minutes instead of 3. Yeah, you are the winner. Yeah, let's applaud her. And mostly another people was in time. It was some differences, but they are not so necessary to tell you here. So we had today 18 times, and I am the biggest collector today. Great.
Mr. Timer, you were very kind indeed to us all. So, okay, so I shut up and continue, not to break the rules. You know, my favorite part of all these meetings, I will confess, it's a little bit childish part, because we need to remember, have our reminiscences of, about what was being said actually here. And wonderful Polina Chelnakova, she collected, I believe, several sayings of our members tonight for us to remember.
Yeah, can somebody help me with the snacks? Thank you everybody for such an interesting speeches. Now let's turn to questions. The first question is about Ilya's speech. The question is quite simple. Where did he go? That's correct? Yeah. Nice. So the second question is quite simple too. How long did he spend there? You're welcome. Yeah, that's correct. Perfect. So when he went to the monastery, there was a mysterious man staring at him. What language did our speaker speak to this man? Who said Russian? Yeah, that's absolutely right. So our next speaker was Ludmila. Her presentation was really very nice, and she introduced us professors with their theses. So according to the second professor, Mr. Christakis, if I'm not mistaken with the pronunciation, according to him, why it is important to surround yourself with a group of people? Yeah, that's true. It's important to surround yourself with a group of people because people around you determine our state of health. That's correct. So Ludmila also show us some key factors, and one of key factor was quantity and quality. Why it is important to concentrate on quality, according to her? Maybe some thoughts? Why it is important to be surrounded? Why, I can reformulate the question, why it is important to be surrounded by like-minded people? Like-minded people, yeah, they can motivate you and inspire you. It is easy to exchange your ideas and opinions, knowledges with them. That's correct. Truly said, it was hard to, a bit difficult for me to understand Colm's speech. That's why I have only one question about his performance. He mentioned 7 qualities of a good mentor. According to him, who is a good mentor? Yeah, what else maybe? No. Okay, let this nice. Also, he said sponsor and something else. Okay, it's okay with sponsor. Yeah, I think that's correct. I think that's correct. It's enough for you. So that's all. Thank you. I love this role very, very much. It's so interesting to be quiz master. Thank you for your attention and being so supportive for me.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so, and I would like to mention that you probably love this role because you fit to it. You match each other, but you, Palinочка, and all the rest of you, you should, can try many roles in this club. And we do not want to part, but now as we are enjoying the rest of the evening, please let me tell that I also enjoyed it. And to appreciate the efforts of the organizing committee, let me say that it takes so long and so much to prepare this wonderful evening. And while you're thinking, well, it goes so smoothly by itself, yeah, all the minor and not so minor details are taken care of by the organizing committee. And when you are here, you feel at home and you also feel taken care of. You know, that's what brings people here and makes them stay. So I'm sure and I hope you all are back here sometimes. And please, again, let me praise Alina, second co Mr. President. And I would also, if you allow me, I would also like to note Tatiana, Madam Toastmaster today, because yeah, there are several roles who are conducting this meeting, right? They're directors of their parts of the session, but Toastmaster is really the host, and Tatiana was as a real host should be. She was cheerful, she was supportive, and she was even caring and comforting to the participants. And thank you so much for that. Yeah, if I am allowed to note just some minor trifles to improve next time, there are always some things to improve, but they're so obvious that, well, to say that to start speeches on time is important. Well, we are here, we are sitting and relaxing. Of course, we can wait. It's no big deal if the speech is delayed by 5-7 seconds. It's a trifle, but you know, to make it perfect and to have the ideal impression of the meeting, you will feel yourself better if you prepare just a little bit better, if it's even possible. For example, I also have in my notes one impression I had. I really liked Maria's performance, our grammarian today. But also, dear Maria, just please try to imagine that you are participating in a really high level event somewhere. Imagine it's connected to your work, yeah, or some important people around. Yeah, here we're all friends, but imagine you need to say something and you need a piece of paper and you need your phone with you. So please mind just taking them with you, maybe to showing the word of the day or to giving examples how to use it from your phone if you need it. Yeah, it's perfectly all right to just go and take something during your speech. Maybe you can even play that it's supposed to be so. But for you yourself to feel more comfortable, maybe it's better to keep these things like this, physical objects. Yes, and such minor things as clickers, pieces of paper, you know, all this horrible, I mean, horribly difficult to manage electronic equipment. Yeah, if you know what to improve next time, you know it yourself. So please do it next time. So to conclude, my part, again, I'm sure that this meeting already gave us some sweet and gentle reminiscences that we will keep with pleasure, as such moments as we are having right now actually form our happy life experience. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. So for very, very warm evaluation for today and a lot of information for us for improvement. And as the end of this meeting, I want to say a few words for you, for all of you. First of all, I want to say thank you for all of you, because it was amazing meeting and all of you made it that we have. The second one, what I want to say, to prepare this meeting, we have committee, as I said at the beginning of the meeting, and our committee almost, everyone is here today. So if you want to have a role for next meeting, please sign here or ask Yelena Makhanyuk. She is our Vice President of Education. And as, yes, sure. And the more you practice, the faster you grow. So sign for the role. And if you want to be part of our community and our club, please ask our Colm Whelan. He is our Vice President of membership, and she help us with membership. So ask me or him, it's okay. And today we have all technical equipment, and thanks for our Vice President of PR. This is Mike Babilkin. Hi, Mike. And our Sergeant in Arms, George Perelman. Thanks for all stuff that we had at break. So what I want to say else, if you know, we usually every summer we have a barbecue party. But this year is different, so we don't have barbecue party, but we have something interesting, and I invite you to this event. It will be 14th of August. It will be ship trip or boat trip. Cruise trip, yes, it will be a few hours, 5 or 6 hours we spend there together. We will have a lot of food, a lot of interesting events, and spend time and have fun. So welcome. What else? Today we had a few important things. One is our icebreaker. I want to congratulate you and invite to the stage yes. We are, yes, thank you. Photo with me? Oh, yes. Yeah. Thank you. It was good job. Thank you very much. And the last what I want to say, this is the winner of our table topic session. And who is it, do you think? And the winner is our guest, Martino. Welcome to the stage. Congratulations. Yeah.
I don't know the procedures.
Just photo. Thank you very much. No photo. Thank you very much. Yes, it's okay. So this is all what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. And end of the meeting. Yeah. Next meeting will be in 2 weeks. It will be 18th of August. Sign to the roles and come to our meeting. Thank you very much, guys. Bye. Bye. Who do you want to go to after party? Go with us.
Thanks for coming, guys. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Ну, на сайте онлайн-сбербанк, ну, на сайте, через сайт. Да.
Ну, из нашей вытекла. Алло? Алло? Да. Подожди, не слышу тебя.
Я заработала, я внимательно слушаю. Да, надо вот если помочь девочкам перед столом. Так, по-моему, вот этот вот.